Well, good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, September 27th, 2020. And this is our pre-service warm-up where I ramble on for a few minutes while people sign up. Oh, I gotta, what happens is like, I gotta pause that. There we go. All right, because I was hearing myself 2 minutes in the future or 30 seconds in the past, whatever it is. Anyway, good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day out today. I went for a walk this morning at about 6:30 and it was 16 degrees. Far cry from what it was a few days ago when there were frost on the roofs around here. It was anyway, I'm kind of looking forward to fall. I always do. It always feels like we're getting back to normal. I don't think we're getting back to normal, at least not yet. Maybe next fall, but maybe not even then. Anyway, so today's service was recorded on Thursday evening at the church at about 6:30, 6:45, somewhere in and around there. Had a little bit of fun with it. Had some friends in. Angela and Nolan came in to sing with me, both wearing face shields, socially distanced from each other. So that was interesting. I have discovered that I really, really do not like wearing face shields because it fogs up. So when you're wearing it and you're singing or talking, you just get like this haze in front of you, and it makes it hard for you to read whatever it is you're saying. So there's that. I'm wondering if it wouldn't fog up so much if I was wearing a mask. But part of the reason to wear the face shield is because a comment was made that if I wear a mask, it's hard for people to understand me. But if I wear a face shield, I can't read what I'm supposed to see, or I can't see what I'm supposed to read. So you can't win. Anyway, this week was an experiment. We used a different camera and we used a different lens, and so we had to change the angle of things. And so we'll see how you like it. Next week, I think I want to go back to the drawing board a little bit. I say that every week, but this week I like to go back to it and maybe go for a more natural kind of feel to it. Maybe stop using the screen that we've been using for the last couple of weeks and instead go back to the monitor. I think the monitor is a little bit more legible, and it's might be easier to kind of frame things and zoom in on and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, we'll fool around with that this week for Thursday night's recording. This Sunday today is well, we take part in a regional service, and I do link to it from time to time. And you can go to the regional service and see a bunch of other voices besides just me, which is good to hear other people besides just me. And it's done with a bunch of colleagues in the eastern area of Ottawa, plus Buckingham and Carleton Memorial, which is more central. Anyway, what we do is we all take turns in different parts. This week I had the reflection, so I guess that meant I had the heavy lifting this week for the service. So I thought what I would do is I would just drop that in to the service that you're about to see. So what you're about to see is something that was recorded in our sanctuary, except for the reflection part, which was recorded right where I'm sitting right now in my dining room. The reflection is on water from the rock. It's the Israelites wandering in the desert for 40 years. So that's why I have my desert background. I'm not really in the desert, but this background is from the Sinai Desert. And so I thought I would use it just for fun. I'm also wearing an orange shirt because it's Orange Shirt Day in solidarity with First Nations folks, especially those who were in residential schools. And what else? Oh, annual meeting. Don't forget the annual meeting. It's going to be on October the 14th at 6:30, and we're still working on the format for that. But probably it'll be a mix of in the sanctuary and at home on Zoom. The main thing is just to have it so we can say we had it, dot the I's, cross the T's, that sort of thing. Make sure that we pass whatever enabling motions we have to pass in order to satisfy the polity. I had hoped that we'd be back to strength, or at least 30% of our numbers, which would be somewhere around 60 people in the sanctuary, but we're not going to do that. No, not right now. Not with the cases ticking upward. So anyway, we're gonna have a Zoom meeting. It might look an awful lot like a council meeting, but we'll do our best to include as many people as possible. We'll just do what we have to do. And so there's that. What else is going on? Well, it's the end of September, and usually by now we're in full swing of planning the bazaar. I would still love to have something kind of like a bazaar. I think maybe what we could probably pull off would be like a remote, like a bake sale that we could promote online and just in signs around the neighborhood and have people just drop by the church and buy baked goods. And that would mean a lot of us would have to bake goods. Got about a month to do that, so I'm willing to bake stuff too, and we could do that at our own kitchens and not have to worry about it. Apparently, bake sales are okay, but we'll double check and we'll see if that is indeed the case. I do have some news though, and I did want to talk about this morning before we go online because we will be missing somebody who's always with us for the actual service itself, and that's Evelyn Budd. Evelyn is actually in the hospital. A uh, she had a really bad headache. No, I'm sorry. She had a fever. I'm just going to read the message from Jen. Jen sent me a message last night. She said, "Hi, Mike. I wanted to let you know my mom was admitted to the hospital today. She was disoriented and had a fever, stable but confused, waiting for more answers. Thanks." So whenever we hear about that, we worry about you know what that might be. So she's in the hospital, and we're certainly sending our prayers to Ev and to Dawn and to Jen, the whole family, and hope that she gets this nipped in the bud, so to speak, as soon as possible and can get back to living her life. So think about Ev this morning. We're going to miss her in the coffee hour. Coffee hour after church. I opened it up. I invited other people to join us from around the region. So our coffee hour might have some guests or people who we normally wouldn't see, people from different congregations. So that's been widely advertised to the various churches, and it's been also on the regional services YouTube link. So if there are other people who are there, we're not being Zoom bombed. Zoom bombing is when somebody interlopes, when they come in uninvited to crash somebody's Zoom meeting. So we're not, I mean, of course that could happen. It's happened to colleagues. Maybe it'll happen to us, but I don't think so. We're not that popular. But then again, we will have some folks who we haven't really seen. And I did ask a question. I asked, what's in your toolbox? What's in your spiritual, emotional toolbox when you find yourself in desert times? What is it that you can pull out, that you can look to help you in those times? And so that's going to be the topic of discussion after church. Then again, maybe no one will come. You never know. Anyway, it's 10:29, and so we are going to be going live not live on YouTube, but the YouTube video is going to premiere, and I like to watch it as it unfolds, and we sort of chat on the side. So, folks, we'll see you later. Bye for now.